Hello, my dear students. Welcome to science class. So, today we will be learning a new topic from the chapter Light, Shadows, and Reflections. So, let's see what we are going to learn today. Today, we will be learning about the fact that light travels in a straight line. Now, regarding this, we will be learning two experiments. Okay, and then we will be learning a demonstration or an application of the fact that light travels in a straight line. Now, already you have read that light is a type of energy that helps us to view any objects. Okay. Now, suppose there is a dark room, and if you shine a torch on a dark room, then what you will find? You will find that a beam of light produced by torch, and that beam of light it is traveling straight into darkness. For example, suppose this is a room, okay, and over here you see the lights are coming. Can you all notice the fact that these all lines they are in a straight line? They are not in a curved line. Okay, similarly, suppose if the room is dark, completely dark, and if there is a ventilator, from there also you will find if the sunlight is coming, you will find that the sunlight is coming straight. Or in your school, when you are in your smart class, when the projector is turned on, you will find that the beam of light from the projector towards the smart board, it is traveling in a straight line. Okay, or in the cinema screen, like whenever you go to watch any movie, okay, so like at the back side you will find that they focus a beam of light onto the screen, and that only reflects, it forms images, and we see as a cinema in the screen, isn't it? So every phenomenon you will find that the light is traveling in a straight line. Okay. Now there are certain facts and phenomena that happens in our everyday life that proves that light travels in a straight line. Okay. Number one, like if we place an object in the path of light, a shadow is formed behind the object. I think all of you have seen, like in a dark room, if you place a candle, you will find that a shadow is forming at the back, right? Now, the formation of shadow by the source of light, it suggests that light travels in a straight line. Now, why the shadow is forming? Because I'll discuss the formation of shadow in my next class. Just for now, your knowledge that light travels in a straight line, you have to know a little bit about shadow. Now, this is because the shadow is formed. If light could bend and travel in a curved line, then it would have reached behind the object, and hence no shadow could have been formed. Okay. Then another fact is that we cannot see around a corner. It also shows that light travels in a straight line. It cannot bend to make us see around the corner. Our inability to see the things behind the wall also shows that light travels in a straight line. And this property of light, okay, this property of light traveling in straight lines is called what? Rectilinear propagation of light. You all know the rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion means the motion which happens in a straight line, right? So this property of light traveling in a straight line is known as rectilinear propagation of light, right? Now we will be describing about two different activities that will prove you that light travels in a straight line. So see here, first activity. Now over here, what you have to do, you take a lighted candle. Okay, here you see this is the lighted candle. Fix a lighted candle on a table. Okay, then you take a rubber tube. This is a tube. Okay, stretch it straight and look through it at the flame of the candle with one eye. Keep your another eye closed and look through it, through this tube. Okay. Now we will find that when the rubber tube is straight, we can see the candle flame. Okay. Suppose through this way, the candle flame is seen when the tube is straight. The boy can see the flame of the candle. Now, you bend the rubber tube a little, and then you try to look through the rubber tube, the candle flame. Okay. This time you cannot able to see the light of the candle flame through the bent rubber tube. Okay. So this means that the light of the candle flame, it can travel through the whole of a straight rubber tube, as because this beam of light, it is traveling in a straight path. That is why this boy can able to see it. On the other hand, since this is traveling straight and the rubber tube is bent, so that is why the boy cannot able to see. So from this observation, we can conclude that light travels in a straight line. Coming to the next activity. So next activity, for this you require 3 cardboards of same size. Okay, 3 same cardboards. Now place these 3 cardboards together one after another. Here you see, one after another it is placed. Okay, and make a hole at their center by hammering a nail through them. Make a hole just at the center. Here you see, the center the hole is made. Okay, now in this way you will get 3 cardboards, each having hole at the same place in the center. Now what you have to do? Place a burning candle behind the farthest cardboard. Okay, this is the farthest cardboard. Number C. Place a candle behind it. Okay. Now the candle should have its flame about the same height as the holes in the cardboard. Make sure that the height of the flame of the candle is in the same level of the hole. Now look at the candle flame through this hole in the first cardboard. What you will find? You will find that you can see the candle flame through the holes of the cardboard. Okay. So since all the cardboards, okay, are in a straight line, the light from the candle flame, it reaches our eyes. Now the next thing what you can do, push this middle cardboard slightly out of the position. That means you can keep it slightly above. Okay. Now can you able to see that these 3 holes are not in a same plane. This one is slightly above, but these 2 are in same plane. That is hole A and hole C. Okay. Now if you look through the hole in the first cardboard, you cannot able to see the flame of the candle now. Okay. This means what? This means that when all the holes of the cardboards are not in a straight line, then the light of a candle flame does not reach our eyes. So from this experiment, what we can say? We can say that when all the holes of the cardboard are in a straight line, light can reach us. But when all the holes are not in a straight line, then the light does not reach us. So this shows that light travels in a straight line path. I hope this is clear to you. Now, the next important thing that we will learn is pinhole camera. Okay. Now, pinhole camera, this works on the principle that light travels in a straight line. What is the structure of pinhole camera? The pinhole camera, it consists of a closed box having a small pinhole at the front. Now, this hole, remember, it should be the size of a pin. Very, very small hole. Okay. And a translucent screen at the back. This screen, it must be translucent. That means this screen, basically it is made up of butter paper or tracing paper, which is translucent. Neither it is transparent, that is allowing all the light ray to pass through, nor it is opaque. Okay. Now, this translucent screen or the butter paper or the tracing paper, whatever, it acts as a screen to receive the image of an object. Okay. So since this butter paper is translucent, so some light can pass through it, due to which we can see the image formed on it by keeping our eye behind the pinhole camera. You have to keep your eye behind the pinhole camera, okay, in order to see the image. Now this pinhole camera, it is usually used to view the images of various objects like trees, buildings, etc. Okay. Now here you see this pinhole camera, okay, which is shown in this figure. Okay, it is pointed at a object. Okay, here you see this is object. Some fruits are placed over here. Okay. Now if you look into the pinhole camera by keeping your eye at its back side, that means over here, what you will find? You will find that image of these objects at the back of the screen. Okay. Why? This is because some of the light coming from these objects, okay, it passes through the pinhole to form image of the screen. Now, as because light travels in a straight line, here you see this is traveling from this path it is going, and this one, suppose if I consider this one as A and this point as B, so from A it is forming the image over here, A dash. If this is B, then it is forming as B dash. So what it will form? It will form an inverted image, obviously. But if light could have been traveled in a curved line, then the image would have been straight, not the bent one. Okay. So once again, I'm explaining you. Suppose a ray of light, okay, it is coming from the top point of this object. Suppose if I consider this as A, through the pinhole in a straight line to form an image over here, suppose A dash, okay. Similarly, if I consider this as B, it is traveling straight and forming image over here, B dash, okay. So in the same way, each point on these objects AB, it forms the corresponding image on the screen as A dash and B dash. Alright, now the light coming from these objects passes through the pinhole of the pinhole camera in straight line as shown in this figure. Okay, and this line, it represents the ray of light and form the image. Okay, so the working of pinhole camera, it illustrates the property that light travels in a straight line. Here you see these two lines. This red line, if I consider this as A, then the image would have been formed here as A dash. If I consider this as B, this green line over here, here the image will be formed as B dash. This is the working principle of a pinhole camera. Alright. So an inverted image, it is always formed in a pinhole camera because the light rays coming from top and the bottom of the object, it crosses over or intersect, okay, at the pinhole. Here you see at the pinhole only it is intersecting. That is why it is forming an inverted image. Alright. Now, what are the characteristics of images formed by pinhole camera? Number one, as you have already learned that image in a pinhole camera, it is inverted as compared to the object. Then the image in a pinhole camera is real. Why it is real? Because it is forming on a screen. That is why. When I will teach you the image, you will find that there are two images. One is a real image, another one is a virtual image. I will explain that later on. Then the image in a pinhole camera is of same color as the object. Suppose if you are watching a tree, if the image of a tree is formed, it will be the same color as that of the original tree. Okay. Now the image in a pinhole camera, it can be smaller than the object, it can be equal in size to the object, and it can be bigger than the object. It is depending on the distance of object of the pinhole camera. Now, next is the natural pinhole camera. Natural pinhole camera, every time you observe in the street, okay, in everyday life you can observe, like on a sunny day when we pass under a tree covered with very large number of leaves, mostly in the forest or like in the road which is fully covered with trees, mostly you will find these patches. Okay, so very often you see bright circular patches of light on the ground under the tree, isn't it? So these bright circular patches of light are actually the pinhole images of the sun. Why? Because the small holes between the cluster of leaves, suppose the small distance between two leaves, it is acting as a pinhole, and the light coming from the sun, it passes through this natural pinhole to form bright circular images of the sun on the ground below the shady tree. Okay, so in this case the sun is the object, right? Tiny gaps between the leaves, it's acting as a pinhole, and the ground, here this is the street, it is acting as a screen. Okay, so that's all for today. In our next class we will be learning about shadows. What are the characteristics of shadow and how the shadow is formed. Till then, thank you everyone. Stay home, stay safe.